皆さんこんにちは。最後のレッスンはどうですか? Waiting for your response. Okay. Hopefully you did the shukudai. For last lesson, it was memorize the hiragana for after ko. But today we're gonna be doing something new, and I have a culture note for you guys as well. So, this is the greetings for part 1. The part 1 greeting, you actually have to remember some vocabulary now. So, most of these you've already seen, I'm guessing most of these you've already seen in anime or Japanese manga, light novels. You've already seen most of these, except maybe Shisure Shimashita. So the first greeting, Ohayo gozaimasu, Ohayo gozaimasu. You add the gozaimasu whenever you want to express that you are thankful, or really whenever you express that you really want to show politeness, you add the gozaimasu. Otherwise, you can say ohayo, or when you're in a work setting, you can also say gozaimasu. Now the age-old, the first ever word that I've ever learned, probably when I was 6, is konnichiwa. And I always thought it was konnichiwa, not konnichiwa. It's konnichiwa. It's konnichiwa, not konnichiwa. But it probably doesn't really matter that much. Just say, you know how to say konnichiwa. And this last hiragana right here, it's a ha, but in this case, and I forgot to mention on last lesson as well, konnichiwa is a ha, and watashi wa, the wa is actually a ha, not a wa. The wa is a different hiragana. But in this case, you have to say, when it's used in this context or used as a particle, you have to say the wa. Okay, next is yokoso. Now this sign right here, yokoso. So whenever you come out of an airport, or whenever you go into they won't say yokoso when you go into a supermarket, but whenever you pass some checkpoint, they will say yokoso, or you will see a sign with yokoso on it. That means welcome. So welcome here, welcome to this place, but they're not going to say welcome to this place, they're just going to say yokoso. Okay, konbanwa, same thing with konnichiwa. The wa is actually a ha, not a wa, but in this case, it's a wa. Konbanwa means good evening. So the next word I probably ever learned was arigato. Arigato gozaimasu. The gozaimasu I learned quite later, but arigato. Arigato means thank you. Arigato. Arigato gozaimasu means thank you very much, or thank you to a respectful person. Now, next, sumimasen. Sumimasen means excuse me. So if you ever annoy someone, or if you want to get their attention, you can say sumimasen. If you're sorry for something, you can also say sumimasen, or you can say gomen nasai, but that's not that important as of right now. Later, you will know an interjection on when to use sumimasen and when to use gomen nasai or gomen ne. Next, oyasumi nasai. Now this is a book right here. This is a book. The name is literally oyasumi nasai. Sweet dreams is not. It does not mean sweet dreams. Oh no, it means the English definition of sweet dreams if you're talking about having a good night. So if it's good night but sweet dreams, literally in Japanese does not mean oyasumi nasai. But this is a book, and the name is oyasumi nasai, and you can kind of use this pictorial to try to remember what oyasumi nasai means. Next is shisure shimashita. Shisure shimashita. Shisure shimashita. That's the correct way to say it because I need to extend the E. This means see you again, or matane, matane, mata ashita, mata whatever. I forgot to add that, but mata, matane, or shisure shimashita is the. I'm saying it's so Western right now, but shisure shimashita means bye bye formally. You don't say sayonara unless if you're gonna be not seeing them for a long time. But if you're gonna see them tomorrow or if you're gonna see them next week, say shisure shimashita, and you should be fine. Okay, next we got the culture note. The culture note is greetings. Now greetings in Japanese is called aisatsu. So Japanese greeting is called Nihon no aisatsu. That's just something good to know. You don't actually have to know it. Things that you should do before when you first meet someone. You have to bow with your hands on your side. So you don't put your hands together. You don't cross your hands. You don't do any. You should bow with your hands on your side. That's what people will do as well. If you're talking casually, you don't really have to put your hands on the side. But if you're doing formal, like if you're formal, you have to put your hands on your side. And the level of the bow signifies the level of respect, and I'll talk more about that later. There's a note for that. Bowing is also customary when you apologize, thank, ask a favor, or make a request. That's another thing. It's not really related to greetings, but it's also things that you do when you bow. Now, if you're in a business setting, you should exchange your business card. If you don't exchange your business card, no one's gonna know how to contact you. You're not gonna have that many friends. I'm just kidding, but you should bring business cards everywhere because if you are in a meeting or something, or if you have to engage in business, then business cards. And you should call the other person san as well. So if you ask, for example, what their name is or namae wa, and then they tell you their name, you should call them san from then on. You do not use anata. I forgot to say the do not. Do not use anata. Anata means you, and it's very rude. It's a very rude way to. It's a very rude way to address someone. It's the least rude, but it's really rude. They do not use anata. And other things that you should not do is give a handshake. You shouldn't give a handshake because Japanese are quite insecure about touching each other. So you shouldn't give a handshake. You should also not engage in any type of physical contact. They might look at you weird, or they might just stare at you with disapproval. So that's like the stare of disapproval. Do not underestimate the importance of business cards. Now, the reason why they exchange business cards is because they don't want you to underestimate the importance of business cards. And they want you to know who they are. So if you need to contact them in any way, the business card is the only way to contact them. Okay, here's a note. Ooh, there you go. So the note is the level of respect of your bow. If you bow 5 degrees, so it would just be like a kind of a nod. It's called an eshaku. It's for casual meeting. For example, if you meet your friend on the street, you can say konnichiwa, just a low bow, just you don't need to bow that much. 30 degrees is called a fusure, and it is for formal occasions. So if you are in a business setting, for example, you would bow 30 degrees, and then 45 degrees is for very formal occasions. So very formal occasions might be like if you meet some important government official, you would bow the full 45 degrees, which is quite deep, honestly. Okay, another thing that you need to know for today is the numbers of 1 through 10. The numbers of 1 through 10, and most of you can probably already count 1 through 10. If you're even interested in learning Japanese, you probably can already count 1 through 10 Japanese. But there's a set amount of you that don't know, and I have to actually tell you what 1 through 10 is. So the first number is ichi, ni, san, shi, or yon. I usually say yon. I do not say shi, but you have to use shi for certain. You have to use shi for certain accounts, certain situations. There are 2 readings for 4 and 7 they use in very specific situations. The next one is go, roku, shichi, or nana, shichi or nana. So, for example, if you want to say 7 o'clock, you have to say shijichi. You cannot say nanaji or nanoji. You cannot say that. But if you want to say 7 things, you have to say nanasu. You cannot say shichisu. Hachi, kyu, ju. Okay, I'm going to repeat again. Ichi, ni, san, yon, shi, go, roku, shichi, nana, hachi, kyu, ju. And this infographic is really good because it has all the numbers in it, and it has all the romaji. The romaji is, we're trying to learn hiragana, so the romaji doesn't really help, but it also has all the kanji, and because it has all the kanji, that's why it's really useful. Because we're going to be learning the kanjis of 1 through 10 pretty soon. So today's homework is to remember sa through to. Sa through to. I'm going to show you how to write them, but it's a laser. It's the laser, so it's not really gonna capture much. Okay, but it's sa. This is sa, so 1, and then you pull down the C. Sa, shi is just self-explanatory. Su. The first time when I wrote su, I wrote it like this, and then the circle. But no, you do not write it like that. You write that, the line down, and then you make a circle before you write it. So line, vertical line, circle, go down. Su, se, 1, 2, 3. So, 1, 2. I think it's just 1. I just write it in 1 stroke. 1. But sometimes you'll see so a little bit weird, like this. That's also so. Next is ta. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Chi. 1, 2. Su. Chi and su is kind of similar. Te. Te is really important. And to. To is also pretty important. It's particle. No. To. There you go. That's how you write all 10 hiragana. So that's going to be it for the second lesson, for lesson B. It's day 2. I haven't changed that yet. It's day 2, but it's actually lesson B. So next time you're going to be learning, the shukudai is sa to. Remember sa to. Next time you're going to be learning about all the way up to 10,000. The numbers up to 10,000. And we're going to finish off the greetings because the greetings aren't finished yet. We got more greetings coming up, like o genki desu ka, which is the thing that I said in the beginning, right? I don't think so. But if you like it, press the like button down below, and if you want more videos, if you want more other course suggestions, you can tell me in the comments, because I will consider them. If I'm not good at English, I might try to get someone else do it. I don't know how that's gonna work, but it's not. It might work. But ところで失礼しました。